Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new video here on SwellHub. My name is Gibmoses, and in today's video, let's take a look at Litecoin against the USD. Today's video, I'll be sharing with you a major Fib level that's being triggered in the current time frame. I'll be covering our support and resistance, which will give us our next possible setup on the Litecoin pair. As always, if you guys are enjoying these videos, you want more daily crypto content on the Bitcoin pair, on the Litecoin pair, and many other cryptocurrencies, I highly suggest you guys hit that subscribe button and turning on your notification. So Litecoin, what exactly is going on? From my previous video, previous analysis, I mentioned that Litecoin is trading within a pennant formation. This pennant formation, as we know, will eventually come to an end. So I do expect price action to play within such pennant. The breakout is something that we're going to have to watch for in the bigger time frame. This video, let's focus specifically on the shorter time frame as well as the medium time frame. I'll be using our Fractal Method, our Fib levels, and our support and resistance. Fractal Method, right over here we have our first fractal where we went for a massive rally to the upside, followed by a pullback, and then a higher high, followed by a major pullback to the downside. This right here is our first fractal, followed by our second fractal, a major pump, similar to what we had back here, pullback, higher high, similar to what we had at the resistance touch, and then a major sell-off. So our second fractal, let's go ahead and change the color to yellow. Our last fractal, same rhythm, same psychology repeats. We have a rally, similar to what we had with our first fractal as well as our second fractal, followed by a pullback, pullback, and pullback, and then a higher high, which, as you can see from previous two fractals, that's exactly what happened, and then a major sell-off to the downside. So our third fractal, we're gonna go ahead and change the color to blue, that we were able to color code them and tell which one is which. Now from such fractal method, you guys can probably agree this final touch after our major sell-off, which takes us to this pivot point as well as this pivot point, right afterwards we tend to go for a major continuation to the upside. So according to our fractal method, you can all probably agree that our next move will be a further rally to the upside, because we have triggered an area of demand zone. Now in order for us to get this 100% confirmation that the bottom is in, we must first analyze our Fib levels. We gotta find out where exactly we are. Not just that, but we gotta find our support and resistance to give us that bullish pivot point. So let's go ahead and touch up on our Fib levels. So right over here, I'm gonna measure from our low to our highest high, just like that. And right here we triggered our 224 Fib level. Our second fractal, I'm gonna take the same exact measurement from lowest low to our highest high, and that takes us exactly to our 1.618 Fib level. As we know from previous videos, the 1.618 and the 186 tend to act as a major demand zone. It's your zone where you should be buying such assets. So let's go ahead and find out where exactly we are on our last fractal. So I'm gonna go ahead, take the same exact measurement, and bingo, we have our 1.618 and the 186 confluence, similar to what we have with our second fractal, which, no surprise, triggered a major continuation to the upside. So Fib Levels, totally agree that we're gonna go for a nice continuation rally because we triggered our 1.618 demand zone. So let's go ahead and highlight such zones. So this one, of course, triggered the 224. That was going for a different harmonic, which I won't get into. However, your 186 and your 1.618 was at such a zone. Cool. So from such Fib levels, it's pretty self-explanatory that we're headed for further upside. Fractal method as well is indicating that we're headed for further upside. Last but not least, I want to cover our resistance level. This is just as important. This is what gives us that 100% confirmation that we're headed for further upside. Before I draw this resistance level on our local time frame, let's first find the psychology. Let's understand market behavior when a resistance level is triggered. Right over here in red, whenever we crossed above such resistance level, we went for a confirmation rally towards our big boy resistance. Same fractal repeats on our second fractal. So let me go ahead, draw our resistance level just like that. As you guys can see, when we triggered above our resistance level, that was our confirmation indicator that we're headed towards our big boy resistance. Last but not least, with our last fractal, let's go ahead and draw this big boy resistance. If you guys want more in-depth content on support and resistance, I highly suggest you check out my last video right over here. I go way more in depth covering support and resistance. Anyways, support and resistance, we have a resistance pivot. Therefore, your next pivot that must break should be at approximately $80 zone. If such level breaks above and holds above with nice volume divergence, that's your indicator that such fractals that we analyzed in this video, such market behavior to the upside, will copy on this new fractal, and your next target, give or take, should be at $97. Cool. As of now, we have two confirmations. Our fractal method is indicating that we're headed for upside move. Our Fib levels as well has triggered a demand zone. The only thing that we're waiting for right now is this resistance level to break above. Again, once we get this break above, we have all three strategies indicating further upside. Therefore, you can go ahead and hop onto the market with low risk, high reward trade setup. So let's go ahead and find our potential profit return. So give or take, you're looking at approximately 30% return. Cool. Gold members, you're going to be notified ASAP with any signals that does go off. So without further ado, I hope you all enjoyed this video, gave you some kind of insight of what's happening in the market. If you want more daily content on the Litecoin pair, once again, consider hitting that subscribe button. Engagement, I'm very happy. Last video we got a bunch of engagement, so if you guys continue showing that kind of support, I'll continue with these videos. Without further ado, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next video.